Time to talk with the Spider players at CAA Football Media Day. We are on the field at M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Baltimore Ravens, in Baltimore, Maryland. Let's talk first with Maurice Jackson, who today was honored as the preseason Defensive Player of the Year in the CAA. Congratulations on that, Mo. What does that mean to you? What does it say to you about your 2018 season and what's expected of you in 2019?
I think the biggest thing is that, I've been recognized, and I think it's really good to see that my play has been recognized by everyone. I also know it's probably a very hard choice. There are a lot of very deserving players in the CAA, but I think it just shows I had a really good year last year, and then I expected to do the same thing this year, which was going to happen anyway because I expect myself to do that too. So, I think it's just a really nice honor.
What was the transition over several years like for you to come to Richmond as a linebacker, to move to defensive tackle, and then finally find a home at defensive end?
It was rough, to say the least, at the start. Never really playing D-line before college is kind of something you don't expect to happen. But when it happened, of course I wasn't happy about it at first, but I learned to kind of just love the position a little bit, try and learn from it every year. And now to be able to play the position at a high level is something very good for me, I would say.
How much do you understand that this guy to my left that we'll talk to in a moment, Daniel Jones, depends so much on what you guys do on that defensive line to help what they do in the defensive secondary?
It's always a give and take relationship. Just as much they appreciate us rushing, we appreciate them covering. A lot of cover sacks can happen from good coverage back there by those guys, which they do a lot very well. So I'm very appreciative of them, just like they are of us.
All right, Spider senior defensive back Daniel Jones. How about that, DJ? How much do you know that what the defensive line does and guys like Mo do really helps what you do in coverage?
The quicker they get there, the less the DBs have to cover. So that's the system right there, and that's what makes it happen because they do their job really good. They make it easy for us.
You mentioned the system. The Spider system changed last year. Started with one defensive scheme, switched to another. How difficult was that? How excited are you that you are in one system that you're comfortable with when you start practice?
The transition was rough last year, just finding out where everybody went, the new jobs and learning everything. But now that we've put that in and it has been being worked on since spring, summer, and now we're doing it more, and we're going to get into it in fall camp. I'm very excited because I think it's going to be very effective.
Preseason honorable mention all CAA was Daniel Jones. How would you rate your 2018 season, and what are your expectations for 2019?
I think I did pretty good, but as I said earlier, I got to capitalize on all opportunities to get from honorable mention to actually on the first team. So I need to level up. I need to watch more film, practice more. I just got to do more, man.
And do more with your teammates, particularly teammates in the secondary. Give us a little synopsis of how good you guys feel you can be in the chemistry amongst you guys back there.
Chemistry is going real good. As I said, we was doing 7-on-7s. We do 1-on-1s all the time as well. And just having the competition that we haven't had in past years has already pushed everybody to level up, whether they're ready to or not, whether they're trying to be lazy. They know they can't be lazy because we have so much competition. If you slack, you can get your job taken. So that's going to level us all up.
Both of these guys are seniors, so it's their last go-around. Mo, what does that mean to you, that this will be, the last season that you'll play Spider football, but also that you want to go out, as a winner? How do you kind of grab all of that?
I think it's very hard to grasp right now because it's so early, but I think once the season gets around, I think it'll all hit me at once. And just, the senior season, all you want to do is really put it all out there and do everything you've ever wanted to do, leave with the field with no regrets. And that's obviously what we all want to do is win a championship. So that's number one on my board. I think it's number one on everyone else's board, and we're just going to keep that and try and make that the goal for everyone and get there as quick as possible.
As we stand here today, you're about 5 days or so away from officially reporting and getting out on the field. What will you do in these 5 days to prepare yourself mentally and physically to get it going?
Well, first off, I'm going to take a good nap when I get back home. But regardless of that, you still got to keep moving a little bit. You can't just nap around all day because, once you get back in camp, you don't want to be catching up. You want to hit it running. So what I do, and what I'm sure everyone on the team is going to do, is at least get a little lifts in, get a couple runs in, prepare mentally, stretch. Just do everything you can to come in there at the best peak physical ability.
All right, same last two questions for Daniel Jones, and we'll wrap it up. Number one, you're a senior as well. How comfortable do you feel being a leader and a senior, and what this last season means to you?
First off, I'm blessed that the team and the coaches are nominated me and got me as a captain, and that was big for me because I really feel like I can help lead the team, and I'm glad I'm in this position my last year to help deter the future, get the future right of the team.
Today is kind of a kickoff day in some regards. At least it is for the media as we get a chance to talk to all of you guys. So how will you use this last bit of downtime before you guys officially report?
I mean, Reese hit it on the head. I'm going to take a nap, but I'm going to get some good food, eat, sleep, and just, like you said, stay active. You can't go home and you can't just, lay off of everything. Like, you got to stay active and stay ready because camp is going to come, and when it comes, it's coming hard.
It'll be here before we know it. DJ, thanks. Mo, thanks.
Thank you.
I guess if a nap is good enough for these two guys, I'll go take a nap too. And we'll see you for Spider Football before too long. Thanks for tuning in from CAA Football Media Day in Baltimore.